What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more U2. And we're going back to their 1987 album, The Joshua Tree. Once again, shout out to all the folks who've been involved in the U2 journey, and I did want to mention I have re-listened to Where the Streets Have No Names a number of times since doing that reaction, and I just love the scope and the epic emotion of the tune, and it does very much feel, as a number of folks commented, like a group fully realizing their potential and their possibilities and becoming increasingly comfortable in making a particular type of sound. And obviously, as I've commented a number of times, Bono's vocals over the last album felt like they were just reaching new and new heights, and this the first tune on this new album seems to be continuing that journey. So very much looking forward to hearing this, which I do know, and this being, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Now, I don't think I've heard it for a few years, but it's definitely a track I've heard multiple times over the decades, and one of the handful of tunes going into the YouTube deep dive I was familiar with. So I remember it having a similar sort of epic, emotional, devotional sort of feel. I do remember it having some great vocals by Bono, although again, my appreciation for what it means when I say that is much more significant compared to when I would have said that only a few years ago. So very much looking forward to hearing this again and, you know, reconnecting with it. I don't know, again, after how long, but I would guess at least a handful of years. So let's listen. This is U2. I still haven't found what I'm looking for from the 1987 album, The Joshua Tree.
I am glad
times when it's a track I do these reactions to where I know it in some sense from my past, but it's not something that's been on my radar in recent years. It's the tune I remember and so much more. Again, I remember the vocals being good, but you know, that doesn't do it justice, and there's some moments where, you know, like the whole tune, before I even get to what I was just about to say vocally, it did have this, again, like literal interpretation. It sounds like we could be talking about a person that they're still striving to be with. They're still, you know, they'll climb mountains, they'll climb city walls, they'll do whatever they have to, but it still sounds unrealized, unfulfilled. But given what people have said about, you know, they have very strong religious beliefs, and at this time, you know, it was very much informing their music. I feel like the tune overall has a feel of like religious themes, and the idea of, you know, who and what is being pursued could be more on like a metaphysical level. Either way, by the end it feels like a gospel type track with the sort of overlapping and sort of harmonizing vocal threads, and the just the elative feel of the piece overall. And earlier I was thinking there was a moment where, and even like referenced the devil, which is, you know, in blues music is a very prominent theme or trope. It felt like his vocals were, you know, raspy in some points along the way to like have that real kind of bluesy quality. So definitely drawing on some sonic flavors that I think fit into what I felt like maybe the song was doing thematically, and again, just the epic feeling overall. I didn't quite remember like the intro, and there was like a sort of instrumental interlude along the way that I didn't recall either. But again, the chorus was essentially what I was thinking of, but the lush nature of it, the experience of it is, again, it's a fuller thing than the memory. So really cool to hear this tune again. And ultimately one that, you know, it feels like someone who is expressing a vision. And indeed, I was thinking while listening, so many of their tracks, certainly both of the first two on this album, they give me this feel of like looking to the horizon, to the future, to possibilities, and that sort of grandeur that, you know, you sort of get when you're looking at the expanse of the horizon, whether it's over the ocean or just, you know, a big open view. It feels like their tunes have that visionary quality sonically. So no matter what the lyrics are about, it feels like the song is compelling you to, you know, take a larger view of things and take a sweeping perspective of the music itself. So ultimately, that visionary feeling like is very much something which, again, I had already felt on earlier albums, certainly on some tunes, but hello folks, so I realized the end of that video got cut off. All I said was that I was looking forward to going through the rest of this album given the way that this record has started. I did want to ask, so I noticed on Discogs there's an album listed which is seemingly like a live, I don't know if it's considered a proper album, Rattle and Hum, and in the moment I don't actually even know if Adam has that album in his collection. But if it is available, if I can go through it, should I do that, or should I jump ahead to Achtung Baby, which, as I mentioned at the very beginning of this deep dive, is an album I would have known by name going into the YouTube journey, even though I don't ever remember listening to it from front to back, but I do think I know a couple of tracks from it. So it'll be interesting to get back to that, given that it's a touchstone I would have been familiar with on some level, before this journey, though obviously, you know, by the time we get there, my understanding of what their music has been and so on will be greatly different than when I briefly or marginally was aware of the record as a youth. In any case, the real question here is Rattle and Hum or straight to Achtung Baby. And again, maybe Rattle and Hum, I'm not even sure I have that available, but in the moment I did notice that on Discogs, and it was like, wait, so what's the next step? In any case, let me know what you think of the tune, and I will see you next time. Peace.